Breaking news on the war with Iran. The Associated Press says Russia is providing Iran with information that could help Tehran strike American warships, aircraft, and other military assets in the Middle East.
At this hour, the Trump administration is downplaying these reports. The White House press secretary wouldn't say if President Trump had spoken with Russian President Vladimir Putin about this reported intelligence sharing. In the meantime, questions remain about how and when the campaign will end and who will lead the Persian nation in the future. Wink News reporter Natalie Brand has the latest.
Israel stepped up strikes overnight on Iranian-backed Hezbollah targets in Beirut, while at the same time hitting Iranian regime infrastructure in Tehran.
The United States military, together with the wonderful Israeli partners, continues to totally demolish the enemy far ahead of schedule.
Iran's president has confirmed other countries have tried to begin mediation efforts. President Trump responded this morning saying there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender and the selection of a great and acceptable leader. The president, in phone interviews with news organizations, says he wants the regime's leadership structure fully removed. He's also urged Iranian diplomats from around the world to help.
The United States will ensure that whoever leads the country next, Iran will not threaten America or its neighbors, Israel, anybody.
In Iran, hardline supporters mourned the death of the supreme leader during Friday prayers as the state news agency reports arrangements are being made to select a successor. Experts on the region say the Ayatollah's son has emerged as a leading candidate.
If Mojtaba indeed is chosen as his father's successor, it would indicate that the Islamic Republic is trying to have continuity, is trying to ensure that the Revolutionary Guards, that civil-military relations remain the same.
President Trump says Revolutionary Guard members can have full immunity if they lay down their arms or face guaranteed death.
Now we're joined now by Wink security analyst Rich Kulko. And back to that breaking news concerning Russia, Rich, what does this mean for the U.S. forces that are in that region?
Well, the U.S. forces out there doing their offensive operations, not going to change a lot. But a big thing with military, no matter where they are, is what's called force protection. You've got to protect your people wherever they are, at sea, in port, at an anchorage, at an airport. And now that if the Russians are giving this information, that's probably the kind of information they're given, that this ship is parked here, or these airplanes are at this airport. And that means they've got to up their force protection status and stature, and it takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of people away from the offensive operations. It's a problem.
And you have some information about some Americans who are stuck over there trying to get home.
We've been following that. On Thursday, we spoke with Rabbi Yitzchak Minkowitz, who gave us an update on his sister Giddy, who Wink had interviewed in an Israeli bomb shelter earlier in the war. After making it to Egypt, she now departed the Middle East.
My sister's home safe. She's back in Brooklyn, New York, and that was a trip, but she's home. That's good news.
The news was not as good for the rabbi's nephew, Yoel Feigenson, an American student stuck in Jordan. When Wink spoke with him Thursday, his group of more than 100 people were cleared on a flight home that night. It didn't happen.
They got the stuff together, they ran to the airport, they were checking in, and as they were boarding the plane, it turns out that they had to do a stop, all flights in the air.
They hoped for good news later in the day.
Said maybe they'll give them clearance in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, their time, and came around in the morning, and again, they had no clearance.
Now they are waiting again.
If everything goes picture perfect, the plan will be they would leave either Saturday night or Sunday morning.
And the rabbi said the hotel they're staying at felt safe and the people of Jordan are treating them well. And now it's a game of hurry up and wait.
That's a tough wait.
Yeah, it is. Hope they get home safely quickly.
Yeah.
Thanks.